All right, let's do this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to an edition of the Farmer Cigar Deck Talks with a Twist. Not sure if this one will actually go out next week or in 2 weeks. I kind of got off my shooting schedule a little bit with traveling. One week I put out like 2 videos, so I'm not sure if I'm going to post this one after my welcome back to spring, the deck talks, or if I'm going to post it a week after that. Spoiler alert, yes, I did end up doing another video in the garage. I might just delete that one. What are we smoking? What are we drinking? You might notice there's no beer on the table. We'll get to that. First, the cigar. The Asylum 13. The Oblongata. Or Dula Oblongata. Pretty cool. Box press cigar. I'm liking it. Taking a little bit to get it going here in the cold. We're going to try something different. Instead of beers, we're going to try some hard alcohols for a couple of these videos. If you know the symbol, you know, right? So tonight's beverage of choice is Straits Whiskey from Le Chanel Distillery. From Cedarville, Michigan. Good little whiskey. They've had some good ones. They've had some bad ones. Their reserved ones a lot better, obviously. But I like them because they're a little distillery not far from where me and homeschooling mama spent pretty much the majority of our marriage. That was pretty neat that a distillery opened up, so I've been supporting them. Is it possible that I like this brand more because of where it's from and what it stands for than maybe what its flavor? That argument can be made, of course. Maybe they're going to try something different. The company is building out its brand, so I'm trying to support them. So anyway, big news, drum roll please. We got our 3D printer up and running, and we are kicking some tail with it. We actually printed out a complete Catan board. Released all the tiles of it. A few little minor errors, minor little issues here and there, but by and large, it actually is working really, really nice. Super excited about this board. Can't wait to actually play a game with it. Probably going to happen tomorrow. That is a fun little tool. Definitely have to admit that it's not as powerful as some people make it out to be. It is great for getting an idea from your head to a computer, from a computer onto some sort of physical medium. Now I don't think I'm going to be 3D printing any of the ethyl methyl bad stuff you read about in the news. But even to just be able to have it, play with it, my kids can one up when they get out into the professional world and say, yeah, I've used a 3D printer, what of it? I know how to do the slicing and blending and all that other good stuff that you do with a printer. So we're excited to add that. And the ultimate goal, of course, is once they learn how to use it, they're going to include that in their farmer's market repertoire this summer. So making little boxes and signs and whatever else they can muster up and figure out. Probably this week, actually, I'm going to get them all their own slicers and slicer programs and maybe some blender programs so they can start playing. It's pretty neat. I think they're going to have a lot of fun with it. Other big things, we spent a ton of time in the car. I spent a ton of time in the car this last week. Really got the old driving itch scratched. One of the things I do miss about being out on the rig is driving, getting out and traveling and seeing the countryside and whatnot, seeing different parts of Michigan. Well, above and beyond my actual doing my job in the office, I was on the road about 20 hours. just traveling from site to site. Worked really well, did good. Definitely used some of the old tricks that I had of how to stay awake and how to stay focused and how to help pass some of the time while you're driving. I do recommend that if you guys get into driving, learning different thought activities where you can still be focused on the road, but you can think about stuff and kind of pass the time, highly recommend it. A lot of tricks, whether it's writing stories in your head or playing a game of trying to spot something. So when does this, when does this sign, this advertisement come? Count how many attorney advertisements you see. You start getting used to the road. You try to memorize house patterns, pole patterns. Are there funny designs or graffiti? One, it does help if you ever get into trouble to be able to tell them, well, yeah, I'm about a quarter mile from the smiley face on the side of the water tower. Okay, I know what that is. I travel that all the time. Hold on. It works really well. Passes the time. Allows you when you need that check to see, okay, how far am I? And then you realize, oh, there's the gas tank that's painted like a cow. Okay, I know where I'm at now. Because especially here in the UP, these trees look a lot alike when you start traveling and whatnot. So it's best to have ways to pass that time. But in other news, we do have turkeys, baby turkeys again. My daughter will be raising those, so get your order in now. We do have our new batch of laying chickens are currently in the brooder, brooding out. So hopefully we can get our egg production back up. It has definitely went downhill. These chickens that we currently have, most of them are pushing over 3 years old. So it's time that they get retired and move them on to the great pasture in the sky, if you will. We're still debating on a goat. I'm doing most of the debating. My wife is telling me we're getting a goat. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys updated on that eventuality. Yeah, it's kind of the big things here. It is cold, as cold can be. That's probably why I'm talking quicker and trying to find a way to end this video. This might be a shorter video. It's just barely above freezing, but the sun is out. The deck is open. The wind is down, so I'm not having to fight wind in these videos. You can probably hear me just fine. But I will not be finishing my Asylum 13 Oblongata, and I will not be finishing my Straits whiskey out here on the deck. I'm going to smoke it for just about another couple more minutes while that sun sets. Then I'm going to chicken out back into my garage. Like I was explaining to people at a meeting I was with from people downstate, 40 degrees is still 40 degrees. Yes, we're used to it because we encounter it more, but that doesn't mean we like it. That doesn't mean we don't get cold. And I'm getting a little bit on the chilly side here. Not going to lie. But look at that view. I mean, why wouldn't you just sit out here as long as you could, enjoy a nice cigar? Watch as that sun slowly sets down behind the horizon. Yeah, I'm glad I'm back out on the deck. I did have a conversation with someone who says I should make a little smoking shelter here on the deck for the winter. Maybe, although that gets problematic. I don't know if any guys who live up in the cold north, when you get those sub-zero temperatures, walking on wood when it's frozen can actually be very precarious. So anyway, hopefully next week it warms up and we can do a lot more of these videos, and I don't have to talk as fast because I'm getting chilly. Well, folks, I'm going to go enjoy my Straits whiskey. We'll have another Straits product coming your way. I'm glad I could bring this one. This is getting more difficult to find, but it's a good one. And I recommend you guys try it, not just for nostalgia reasons, but it's a pretty decent whiskey. Anyway, folks, hope you stay safe out there. Welcome back to the decks. Let's hang on to this deck as long as we can. We'll see you in the next one.